Hello everyone and welcome to Claude and the Bansters. This is Tottenham versus Arsenal full-time match reaction rants. You have to bear with us because this is the first time that I'm doing it from my phone. So hopefully there won't be no mistakes or anything like that. But if there is, please bear with us. I'd like to thank everyone who's in the chat already. We've got GP, Archie, One Arsene Wenger, Lone Star, Cookie, Quacker. First time I've heard that name in the chat. Thanks for coming over, mate. The Urban Ghost. Who else we got here? We got Liam. How you doing, Liam? Hope you're well. David. The Saint. Asaf. Who else we got? Just going down and seeing. Mr. Michael. Salman. Connor. It's Riley Games, I think that is. Sorry, Adam. Hope you're all well. Let's get straight down to it while we're here. Obviously, big defeat. North London derby. Tottenham beating us 2-1. Let's go straight to it, Claude. Give us your reaction, mate.
I don't know how to react to that, mate. It was a poor. I thought there was two poor sides, to be honest with you. We got off to a good start. Then we're going to give what I can't understand, a stupid goal away. I don't know what Kolasinac was doing. I don't know what David Luiz was doing. Not getting back. It was horrendous. And why is he pushing the ball back? Why aren't we moving forward with the ball? You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. I said it all along. I've had enough of these players now, these defenders that we've got. As far as I'm concerned, they can all these defenders that we've got, apart from Tierney, they can all piss off out the door in the summer. And you say nothing about Arteta. People not saying it's not Arteta. Well, he's giving these players contracts. He's giving Mustafi, he's giving Luiz, and all these players bloody contracts, right? They're not good enough to play for our football club. It's time now that these players get shipped out. And I don't understand why Arteta is giving these players contracts to stay on. They're simply not good enough. They can play one good game, maybe one or two good games, and then they get found out. Mistake after mistake after mistake. Enough is enough. Tottenham today were there for the taking, and we didn't. And our biggest opportunity to beat Spurs, we didn't take it. And now what we've got left of this season, mate, I just can't wait for it to be finished. I've had enough, mate. I've had enough, to be honest with you. Just can't wait to be finished.
To be honest,
Claude, next week? Man City next week.
Listen, for me, I'm totally with you, mate. I think the season's over and done with now after that defeat. Wednesday night against Liverpool, I say let's play David Luiz, let's play Mustafi, let's play all these. Let's play a shit team, because at the end of the day, we ain't going nowhere now in the league. That's it. It's all over with. The only final thing we've got left to play for, obviously, is the semi-final next week. What's next week is
you say that, but who we got though? We haven't got anyone to take their place.
No, exactly. I know what you're saying, Claude. We haven't got anyone, but that's the only thing we've got to play for now. Listen, you know what I mean? We've been the underdog, like I said before, in the FA Cup with a crap team. You know, when we went to Chelsea, Arsene Wenger, when he should have retired that season after winning that game. You know, everyone writ us off. Everyone writ us off. I'm writing us off. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, playing Liverpool on Wednesday, we've got nothing to play for. So there's no point in putting Aubameyang out and Lacazette out and all these players in case they get injured, because you never know what can happen on that day, mate. You know, I'm just being realistic here. We've got nothing to play for now in the league. So there's no point in risking them players just in case a miracle does happen next Saturday and we can get a result out of City. But apart from that, mate, like you said, Kozniak, what he was doing, I don't understand. You know what I mean? We always moan at Lacazette, well, you know what I mean, because he doesn't score goals and things like that. Well, these defenders, they get paid a hell of a lot of money too. And they don't defend. They can't defend. They're crap. No. They're shit. They're shit.
How many times was Mustafi on the floor today? I mean, absolutely unbelievable. Not just Mustafi, Luiz, Kolasinac. Oh, my God. Even Xhaka he was poor today. All I could see was, as you say before, Tommy, ball going backwards, back. Not a forward pass.
I'm sure he's got something going with Troops, Claude. I'm sure he's got something going with Troops with his back again. I think every time he passes the ball back, Troop must get money out of it because, you know what I mean? Back again. I think he made 2 passes forward today in the whole 92 minutes or 94 minutes, whatever we played. It was ridiculous.
Dan Potts has asked me to send a link. How do I do this, man? Can I do
it? If you continue talking a minute and then I can try and send it to him, mate.
I don't know if you can do it Can you do it from there?
I think I can, but you just have to talk to the people for a second while I'm doing it.
Right.
Just talk about the first half.
Let me see some of the comments anyway. What the comments are saying. There's one from one Arsenal. Big up everyone. He says, "Thank you, mate." Lone Star's in the building as well. Archie, what does Archie say? Same people are saying why Holding was playing, now saying why he didn't play. Yeah, well, that's the point. Is Holding fit though? I'm not sure if Holding is fit, by the way.
Cool. Can I just say that, Dan, I've sent the link. Hopefully, I've sent it right. I'm doing it from my phone for the first time, so hopefully, I've sent it to you on Twitter, mate. So have a look on Twitter. And,
hold on, I think I can do it from here actually because I can get it off on my laptop from here.
I've sent it to him. So he should get it. Joseph, we've got a super chat here. He says, Tobias, I rated Terry and Claude. What do you say about that, Claude?
What's that?
Joseph said that he rates Tobias.
He wasn't that great today. I mean, but no one really stood. I mean, we didn't really do anything. I mean, Aubameyang had 2 good chances. He should have. I mean, one of them he should have put away as well. He was guilty of a guilt, but then he just had a lot. I don't know. I thought it was a poor game. But before the game started, I didn't think we'd lose that game. I couldn't see Tottenham scoring 2 goals. Oh, here he is. There he is, Dan.
Yeah, Claude, how you doing, boys? You all right?
Dan, right.
Good, Dan.
I'm going to ask you.
Claude, just before you do that, Claude, just before you do that, we just got a super chat, Claude. 2 seconds. Ryan, thank you very much for your contribution. He says, commiseration, lads. Spurs didn't deserve it, in my opinion.
Well, they did because they defended better and they scored 2 goals. And at the end of the day, they did deserve it. I mean, they defended properly. We didn't. And that's the difference. That is the difference. And they scored 2 goals. So they deserve, of course they deserve to win it. You can have all the possession in the world. I mean, one time we had 80% possession, but where does it go in, this possession? Nowhere. Dan, I'm going to ask you, I know you're a big fan of this Arteta. I mean, and I know Terry is as well. But look, why are we giving these? Why is he giving? If he's that great, right? Like you all say he is. Why is he giving these useless piece of shit 2 extended contracts?
Yeah, this is a frustrating thing, mate. I'm a big fan of what he's done with his poor side. I really am. I like Arteta for what he's done, but oh my words, I cannot continue to watch this shocking defending season after season. And it doesn't matter whether your name's Hector Bellerin, Said Kolasinac, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Xhaka. They've all got mistakes in them. They've all got errors in them. And it doesn't really matter who the opposition is. It can be Man City or Accrington Stanley. We always concede goals because our defence is shocking. And you look, people say that I've got a vendetta against Kolasinac, right? People say to me that you just hate Kolasinac, whatever happens, yeah? People say you just hate him. How can anybody defend this player anymore? I'm 14.5 stone, overweight and unfit, and I could have passed that ball to David Luiz, right? Honestly, it was such a bad pass. This guy is so poor. And then you've got a performance in the second half from Mustafi, yeah, who, for me, my uncle's Labrador wipes his ass on the floor less times than Mustafi does. Honestly, this guy is such a poor footballer. And we're playing these guys. And it's because we've got nobody else. Rob Holding could have
Exactly.
come in, I suppose, but there's nobody
Yeah.
else in there. Socrates, he's poor. Rob Holding,
Exactly.
everyone says he was poor the other week against Sheffield United when they scored that equaliser goal. Or luckily, we went and scored again. There's only Danny Ceballos and Martinez that can hold their heads up high today. All the other players were poor. Lacazette and Aubameyang were both wasteful. Lacazette scored, didn't do anything else. Pepe's so predictable on that right-hand side, just cuts in on his left foot. We've got nothing in this side tail that looks to me that it's going to be anything special. And Arsenal at the moment, I mean, this season particularly, Arsenal are like dog leaders without arms. Can't hold on to leads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just unreal. Like this is getting to the stage now.
Do you know he's had the most points lost from winning positions since he's got here, Arteta?
Yeah.
From winning positions.
But don't forget, look, I know it sounds like I'm sticking up for Arteta, but don't forget, we have got one of the worst fucking squads in this Premier League. We've got one of the worst squads.
Yeah, but you say that, but he sits there and giving them contracts. He's giving them contracts.
But listen, hold up here. Who was the one that brought David Luiz in? Who was the one that brought bloody Liechtenstein in? Who was the ones that brought bloody Socrates in? He ain't just Arteta, is it?
Contract. Why is he extending
this is what I'm saying. This runs a lot deeper than what we all know. It ain't just Arteta. It ain't just Emery. It ain't just Wenger, obviously. And there's someone in that
who's running this football club? Who's running it?
Exactly.
Who's running it?
I have no idea, mate. I have no idea. Because why do these players keep getting it? Why? I said it earlier on in our stream, right? When was the last time we bought a wealthy defender? When was the last time? The only last time that we bought one, we didn't buy one. We got him on a free. Sol Campbell. We got him on a free. And how much money did Wenger get out of that? Let's be honest. How much did he pocket from that? That was the last fantastic defender that we actually went out and got. And we got him on a free. It's disgusting. We haven't bought a defender, in my eyes, since basically back when George Graham was manager.
But what I'm trying to say is no good bringing Saliba in and playing him with this rubbish that we've got now next year.
Yeah, this is worrying. I'm with you, Claude. It's worrying.
First of all, he's a young player. He'll destroy him.
I think we need to give this guy time. And Arteta isn't no fool. He knows that this defense is poor. But what is he supposed to do? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're not good enough. It doesn't matter whether your name's Mavropanos or Holding or Chambers or Mustafi, Socrates or Luiz. None of these players are good enough. So he has to pick 2 or 3. He's tried the 2, it didn't work. He's now gone back to a 3 and he's kept 3 clean sheets in 4 and it started to look like we're a lot more organised. We are still going to have mistakes in them. People were saying, give Mustafi a new deal. We beat Norwich 4-0 and beat Wolves 2-0. No, these are the players that need to go. Mustafi, look at Xhaka. Xhaka still needs to go. Xhaka's not this unbelievable Andrea Pirlo guy now. Just because Arteta's made him an average player, we still need to be looking past him. He's not our future. Granit Xhaka is our best midfielder at the moment. Yeah? Doesn't mean he's going to be our future.
I've been saying this for, I can't tell you how long. I've been saying about Xhaka for God knows how long. And then I got told, no. What he done, let's all forgive him. Do you know what I mean? He didn't mean it. He was getting abuse and all this rubbish. And it was the same with David Luiz. I kept getting told he's a world-class defender. He's won this. He's won that. He's shit. Let's be honest. Yeah. Right? Let's be honest. And I know this might sound horrible or whatever, but my granddad Stead can fucking run faster than what Luiz can run, right? He can run faster than what Luiz is run. Why is he getting in this team? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. And that is one thing that I am shocked at with Arteta, to be honest, right? You know that I like him. I know that you like him. But, so things have got to start changing now with this defence. He's got to start dropping them in my eyes.
And the thing is, these players... Yeah, but... Go on, Claude.
Also, I'm looking at Saka, yeah? He's been flying at the moment. Why is he leaving him on why is he on the bench today? I mean, what's that all about as well? Why is Saka not playing today after he was one of our best players the other night?
I was frustrated with that.
I do agree with you, Claude. But then again,
I don't get it. It's just
exactly
changing.
You got some of the fan base. You got some of this fan base. If he would have left Pepe on the bench again, he would have got ridiculed for it. Why are we leaving Pepe on the bench? He's a £75 million player. And what did he do when he was on the pitch? He done nothing. He done absolute nothing today. He can't win at the moment in my eyes, Arteta. That's my only problem
because the
with
players aren't good enough.
Exactly.
Players are not good enough. And this is what makes me laugh. These players have never been good enough. They were never good enough under Wenger. Yeah, I'll get Wenger out. They've never been good enough under Emery. Get Emery out. Oh, now they're not good enough against Arteta. Get Arteta out. Let's just calm down and look at the bloody players and say, actually, it's the recruitment and the players that are the problem here. It's always been the recruitment as far as I'm concerned. We bought Xhaka for 35 million. We bought Mustafi for 35 million. These are a lot of money, these players that we have spent on, right? Somebody sat Mkhitaryan down and give him 180k a week, and we still can't get rid of him. We've got El Neni coming back in the summer. We still can't get rid of him. Tyrone Mings can go to Villa for 26 million, and we can't get rid of Mustafi and El Neni for 5. These players are crap. No one wants them. They are shit players. So what we have to do is start again. But Arteta's going to need time, and he's going to need backing from the recruitment and the board. And I'm not sure that we're going to get that time and that recruitment, because I'm not sure that the board are going to give him the backing that he needs that Jurgen Klopp had. I think when it gets into it, like, you look at the situation and 35 million for a centre half, you'd think, wow, I've pulled Jennifer Lawrence. What you wouldn't have ended up doing is waking up next to Gemma Collins in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what we've done. That's what we've done. You know what I mean? Like, it gets to that stage and you think, like, we've managed to pull ourselves an absolute worldie here. Oh, dear, they're not. And that's what Xhaka and Mustafi are, man. It's just got to that stage where it's embarrassing now, and I'm fed up with this season. I want it finished as quickly as possible. And people that want Arteta are going to blame Arteta. I can't do that because it's these players that have been doing this season after season, week in, week out. Arteta's made mistakes. Of course he has. He's a naive manager. He's young. He's still learning. Dropping Saka, bad decision in my opinion. But these players that he's choosing from aren't exactly great. So he's doing the best he can at the moment with a bad bunch of players.
Do you know what it is and all, Dan? For me, right? There's someone in our comments. I can't. Who was his name? It's gone out of my window. Someone in the comments a couple of days ago. He's a Liverpool fan, and he said that obviously when Klopp come in 2015, right, from 2015 to this season, obviously he's won the league this season. It took him 5 years, but he's not got one player from that squad in 2015 in this squad in this season. So it took them 5 years. It took him 5 years. Yes, they've come close. Yes, they're playing great football. But if you would have looked in that first season, you know, they was questioning him a little bit. You know what I mean? They didn't understand what he was trying to do, but it was the philosophy he was bringing over. Yes, he was at Borussia. It was Borussia Dortmund, wasn't it?
Dortmund,
yeah. You know what I mean? Yes, he was at Dortmund, and he's done
Klopp was ruthless, and he got rid of these players.
But he ain't had a chance yet. He haven't had a chance yet. He didn't have to.
But he wants to give them contracts. He wants to give them new contracts.
Hold up. Claude, listen. It took him 5 years to get rid of all these players and to build his team. Arsenal fans, rightly so at the moment, we need 10 to 11 players gone straight away. But that is never going to happen. We need to be realistic as Arsenal fans. It is never going to happen. Right, it's never going to happen. We'll probably only get rid of about 4 or 5 of them, I reckon, in this transfer window. Right,
yeah.
And that's even the case. That's even the case if we can get players in, right? Because at the moment, out of them 10, 11 players, right, we probably wouldn't get £10 million each for them players because they're crap. They're crap. Who the bloody hell wants to buy Mustafi? We paid 35 million for him. Who the bloody hell wants to buy Socrates? Who's going to buy David Luiz? Who's going to buy Xhaka for 35 million? What we paid for him? You know what I mean? We'd be lucky to get £10 million a player. Let's be honest. And even if we do sell them, that's not going to be enough money for us to replace them with 11 players. So we need to be realistic.
Got to be realistic, and it's going to take time. It is. It's going to take 2 or 3 transfer windows. We've got to accept it.
You know what, mate? I don't feel it with this guy. I just don't feel it, mate. I know you lot think he's got it, and all. I just don't feel it. I thought we got schooled today by Mourinho as well. I think Mourinho knew what he was doing, mate. He knows how to win a game, man. Like everyone wrote Mourinho off, and then he's come up, and everyone's talking about we're going to give him a thrashing. We're going to do. He's finished. Mourinho, this and that. But he knew how to win that game today, didn't he? He fucking knew. He still knew how to win that game. He might have lost it a lot. He might have lost a lot of his greatness, but he still had enough to beat this guy today. I tell you, I'm sorry, but I just don't. At the moment, I think, and I say it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He's inexperienced. He's coming to it. This is a big job. It's not a. And I think, and I'm sorry, boys, but I don't. A big job like this, you need to have some sort of experience. And even Lampard is now finding. Even look at Lampard yesterday. You know the way Sheffield United beat them yesterday. They haven't got the players. You go on about we haven't got the players. Look at Sheffield United's players. How many of them Sheffield United players would walk into our team?
Well,
no,
to be
if
fair,
you said at the start of the season,
none of them at
the start of the season, how many of them would walk into our team? Honestly.
They're just organised so better, aren't they, Claude? They're just so well drilled, aren't they?
Well, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, these are international footballers we've got here, and they're still making mistakes. And you've got at least their coach, Sheffield United's coach. He hasn't got international players. He hasn't got international players. And he's got them organised properly to defend properly.
Do you not think, though, Claude, that there is moving forward some positives for Arsenal fans? Because I believe that we have got some positives. We've got some young players.
The trouble is, right, and we had this with Emery last year. We had 22 match unbeaten run.
No, the year before.
Yeah, and everyone got excited, and then it was like, this is the new thing. This is what Arsenal fans do. I totally get that.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to say we get 3 or 4 results like we did against Wolves, Leicester. All right, Leicester I thought we played well against Leicester. But Wolves and to be honest, the Sheffield United game, I thought we were a bit lucky to win that, if we were going to be honest with you. Right? And we beat Southampton, yeah? Yep. Look at Brighton, my friend, Brighton. They got hammered yesterday, 5 by Man City, 5-0, and we would.
But Man City and Liverpool beating them the other night, that just proves how far we are behind Liverpool and Man City.
Exactly.
You know, it really does.
And I'm not sure. I think he can improve a little bit, but I'm not sure he can take us to that level that we expect our football club to be at. You know,
but I think we have got to give him a chance.
Can I just say, Joseph's got a super chat here. Thank you very much, mate. So Terry, if we sell Guendouzi, who would you buy? I don't know who I would buy, Joseph, because for me, I don't think he's that great. So I don't think if we can get 10 to 15 million for him, I'll snap their hands off now and get rid of him because he's not good enough to play for Arsenal. So who we would buy in his replacement, I don't know for that sort of money, to be honest, Joseph. But just going back to what you was talking about with managers, all right, he's not an experienced manager. I understand that. But this is what I'm trying to say. It does not matter if Mourinho was here, if Klopp was here, if Pep was here, right? At the moment, like I said earlier on, there is someone in this club giving out contracts to these players and they're telling who these people to buy. So these managers would not come to Arsenal anyway. So I don't understand why any Arsenal fan will sit there and say, well, we need an experienced manager. What experienced manager do you know is going to come in and manage this shit?
Yeah, but there's experience and there's putting someone that's not had no experience. And I don't care how much he's been with Pep and all that, right? But he's got no managerial experience whatsoever. Going at least someone like Vieira's had a bit of experience. Why was he overlooked? Someone like Vieira, at least he's got some experience in France, or Thierry Henry, for example. Why Arteta with no experience at all? I don't get it, mate. Yeah, I tell you what it is. I tell you what it is. Arteta doesn't answer back maybe to these people upstairs, like Raul and all this carry on. I bet the others would, and that's why. That's the difference.
I don't know. I think with Arteta, I think that there has been some signs to see that he has got a little bit of ruthlessness about him with what he's done with the Maitland-Niles situation, who's now come back and said, okay, I missed a meeting, now I've come back. We've seen what's happened with Guendouzi and Ozil. You know, I think he has got a bit of ruthless. I think we need to give the guy some time. I'm not going to start judging him until the summer of 2021. He needs a full season next season, and then we see where we're at then, because these players are not coachable. I don't care whether it's Pep and Klopp together. They would not get these three working at the back. They are terrible footballers.
Exactly.
Terrible footballers.
Exactly.
And they've proven it under four managers. Four managers
Exactly.
couldn't get them working. And he can't now, so he's just going to decide in the summer, okay, I can't work with these lot. Saliba's coming in. We'll give Pablo Mari, who I, believe is the player that I want, and I'm talking as if I'm from Arteta here now, because he's obviously scouted him and sees he's a left-hand sided defender because he's playing ahead of Kolasinac. And then obviously he's got to decide what he wants to do in the summer. We've recruited one because we can't have Luiz as our starter. So that's what he's got to do, and he's got to decide whether he wants to go with a back four or a back three like he has been. We've got some great positives in this side. Let's be more positive. We've got Kieran Tierney, who I think has been great. Saka, Martinelli's out injured. I think he's a real bright spark. We've got some great players coming around that aren't ready, Gus, yet, but they've got some good potential to be part of this squad. Let's look at those. Let's forget about the Socrates and Mustafi and Kolasinac and Mesut Bug-Eyes Ozils of these world. Let's get rid of those players and move forward with our future, because Joe Willock, I don't think is good enough for Arsenal now, but I'd rather have him than Mesut Ozil. I'd rather have Maitland-Niles come on than somebody like Mustafi. I'd rather have the likes of, in the middle, of Danny Ceballos, who I think has been fantastic for the last few games, by the way, coming on, than somebody like Mohamed El Neni. So we've got to look forward to the future and forget about these players. This current crop of players aren't good enough. These are the same current crop of players that messed up in Baku. They've got weak mentality. Yeah. And if you want to try and get some money in the summer, like some people are saying on here, the Guendouzis and the Torreiras and the Lacazettes and the Bellerins, they're going to be the only way of getting some money in this club, because Mustafis and Socrates and El Nenis are all worthless. We're going to get 5 million if you want for those. So it might be worth it if someone comes in and says, we'll give you 25, 30 million for Bellerin. We'll give you 30 million for Torreira. We'll give you 50 or 45 or 30 for Lacazette. We might have to say, okay, cool, we'll take a hit and we'll go and get somebody who we believe can improve the squad. And it doesn't matter if it isn't Upamecano and Partey, because they might not want to come if we're out of Europe. But we can go and get somebody that can improve our squad that's better than Xhaka and Mustafi. That's my point.
Yeah, well, it remains to be seen, and I hope he does turn it around, but it remains to be seen, because at the moment, I'm looking at him now, and what is he going to do in the summer? Is he keeping these players? Are they going to be still in the next season? You know, I mean, it remains to be seen. I think results will. I mean, what I'm going to ask you, Dan, what would you do for Liverpool? Would you? Terry says we should rest players on for Liverpool and for the Man City game, but see, I think a hammering against. I think you could rest players who get a hammering, and then the confidence will go even more down, wouldn't it? So.
I wouldn't rest players, Claude. What I was saying is, I'd play David Luiz, I'd play Mustafi, I would play all these rubbish players on Wednesday night when we play Liverpool, because it's a nothing game now. The league is over with. You know what I mean? After today's result, really, that's killed us off. So the only shining hope we've got is obviously the Man City game next week. So what I'm saying is that I would put our best players on the bench and just hope to God that we play really good next Saturday, because you never know. It's a one-off game. We've been, you know what I mean, we've been the underdogs in quite a lot of FA Cup games, and we've overcome these teams. So, you know, that's me personally, Dan. I don't know about you.
I can get both your points here, because I'm a little bit with Claude in terms of if we could lose 4 or 5-0 to Liverpool, which we could, by the way, because they've got the strikers that can do that to our defence, that would totally destroy us going into a FA Cup final. But I understand what you're saying, Till, because the league, for me, was already finished weeks ago. Everyone started to say we could get fourth still a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I was howling, laughing.
Never. I didn't even think we could get fourth when the lockdown finished.
Well, exactly. Same here, mate. Unbelievable. But then you get these deluded fans that tell us that we could. It is unreal.
There was no way this team were going to put string 8 wins out of 10, which was needed for the champions.
And
no
it's proven me right.
It's proven me right. 3. Come on, 8.
But do you not think, though, Claude, this is a good question for you. Do you not think that if we would have won against Brighton, Man City, Spurs, Leicester, and we'd be touching distance to fourth now, in a way, is that then saying to the board, don't worry about the summer. We don't need anyone else. This team is good enough. Look,
Yeah,
this team's good enough. So is it proven us right? Do you know what I mean?
I get your point, but I don't. Either way, I don't think. I mean, we keep saying this every year, don't we? Last season we said, well, we're going to get this, we're going to get this, and we never do. I remember under Wenger, it's at least we'll buy someone, and we'll go, and we never bought anyone.
No.
I don't know, man. I think this is a big summer now, and now if this bloke says there's money to spend, like what he's doing here, I think I know what he's doing. He's actually loaning money to the club to pay the stadium.
Yeah.
So that money is that what he's doing is loaning it to the club. He's not giving it to the club. But people say he's giving the money to the club. It's a different. No. If you don't listen, at the end of the day, what a lot of people don't understand is the owners don't put their own money into football clubs. They go by what comes into the football club. They go and then what they do, like Abramovich, all that money that Abramovich put into Chelsea was all loans. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, everyone talks about this 250 million that he's got. We haven't got 250 million. And what they don't understand is that he's already made it clear, Cronky, that if they're going to invest into this 250 million, the only way they'll do it is if they can replace it and top it back up. They can't do that. And what is scary now and worrying is with this loan business that we're all hearing about, he's now got the cards, isn't he? He can now sit there and say, you owe me this, you owe me that. He's got them even more power now to say, look at me, I've helped you out with this loan. That worries me because I don't trust this guy, Claude. I don't trust these Cronkies at all. I really don't. And I think it's worrying for us. And I don't want to get all down and be like, oh my God, I'm so shocked that we lost to Tottenham. Because I'm not shocked because our defending's poor and I thought we'd come 8th. I predicted 8th and I'm sticking with 8th. We might even come 9th if Sheffield United, Wolves and Spurs keep winning now. But when it comes to it, that's where we deserve to be.
Are above us, aren't they?
That's what I mean. Yeah, they're all above us now. Burnley, I think we're on the same points as now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So this is what makes me laugh. And, Arsenal fans can get very, very deluded. We need to be realistic about where we are. And people that were saying we could win all our games and come fourth, I hope you're not shocked at this now, because this is where we deserve to be. We deserve to be out of Europe, which is where we're now going to be, unless we win the FA Cup, which is very unlikely in my opinion. This is where we deserve to be. One game a week, I'm happy with that.
Dan, I can't remember the last time Arsenal finished under 60 points. I don't know who's got the record.
Before my time, mate, definitely.
I'm sure it must have been 93, 94, I think is the last time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is. And this is what made me laugh the other month with Arsenal fans laughing at Liverpool losing a game. I mean, we were 42 points behind them. They haven't done anything. We haven't done anything significant for the 13 years at the Emirates. They've been in turmoil for longer than us, Liverpool. Yet they've got to 4 Champions League finals and won 2 of them, and they've just won a Premier League title. What gives us the right to have a laugh at Liverpool fans? We're behind Burnley, Wolves, Sheffield United, and we're laughing. Are you serious? What's so funny? I don't get it. Arsenal fans are unreal.
The problem is, right, we haven't got... you're talking about resting players and who should play, but we haven't got anyone, have we? They're all injured.
Exactly what I've been saying. It's exactly what I've been saying. We haven't got no players, and the players that we have got,
we're stuck with Mustafi, Kolasinac.
Yeah,
for Liverpool and for Man City, we're stuck with them.
Exactly what you just said, Claude. Right, we're stuck with them.
Unless he changes the system again.
Hold up. But you said we're stuck with them. We're stuck with them. So even if we get rid of Arteta now and we get an experienced manager in, we're still stuck with these same players because we're giving them new contract.
Because I think a stronger bloke will get rid of them in the summer. I don't think this guy's strong enough to get rid of them. I don't know if he will.
That manager won't come in then because obviously someone in that board won't let that happen. Obviously.
Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, I get you. I do get you. Yeah. Whatever way you look at it,
it's worrying. It is worrying. It is a mess. It is a mess at the moment.
Like Dan said earlier on, you can't say Arsene Wenger, you can't say Emery, you can't say Lundberg and Arteta. All 4 of them rate Xhaka that much, and nobody else does. Nobody else does. Nobody else was. You know, why are them four managers and them four managers that were our manager at Arsenal all think he's fantastic and keep playing him and wanting to make him captain, and yet no other one will come in for him and take him off of our hands if he's great. What's going on there? I don't understand it.
Because nobody wants them, because they're that bad players. Nobody wants them. We can't get rid of these players. They've got so many bad players. And you know the worst part about it? And the reason we can't get rid of them? Because they're on ridiculous wages. Yeah, Mustafi's on 90k a week. Kolasinac's on 125k a week. Yeah, El Neni's on 90. Chaka's on 110. Like, it shows you how bad the previous regime was. Yeah, they must have had, these agents must be, I've said it before, the biggest gangsters known to men, because they must sit there and just say, do you know what, Mustafi? You're worth 90k a week. You know, somebody gave Gollum 350k a week to walk around on a football pitch. Like, this is how bad the previous regime is, mate. Honestly. So we're still, and the previous manager, you know, Emery was suffering with that same problem. Arteta's got that same problem. There's a culture problem at Arsenal, and this is why we need to clear it out.
And the problem is Arteta ain't going anywhere. He said, I'm not moving. And that's it. You can't get rid of him. That's it. No, that's it. Another carry on that is another 300 grand a week sitting on his arse playing Fortnite for the rest of the season.
It is unbelievable.
Let me ask you this question, because this come up. We asked this, and I see it on Instagram, and I brought it up and asked these, and obviously Stan that was in our thing today, and that was the ESPN reported. I don't know if you see it, Dan. Right, ESPN reported about Kieran Tierney. Yeah, when he first came to us, he was told that he had to tame it down in training because our players under Emery and Arsene Wenger, right, was told that you can't train that hard in training because otherwise you might get injured, or you might injure these players, or you're showing too much passion. So he was told to tame it down or something. And now that Arteta's come in, basically he told him to train the way he plays.
It really is worrying when you hear stuff like that. When Tierney comes in, I know it was only Celtic. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Celtic. Everyone knows Celtic can be won. But when it comes to it, right, you've got a player there who knows what it is to win football matches. No matter if it's the Mickey Mouse Cup or whatever it is, he is a winner in Scotland, and you can see his passion, you can see his desire. He's been, for me, the player of the month by quite some way, in my opinion. I think he's been excellent, Kieran Tierney. And then you get told, "Oh, calm it down. We don't have that sort of thing in training. We just have nice, pretty, pink and fluffy people in training."
Wasn't
that winds you up?
But wasn't it Bellerin that said that?
Sanchez wants to win too much.
Wants it to win too much. That's what I mean. That's the attitude.
Yeah.
It really is unbelievable that we've got mentality like that. It's a culture thing, Claude. This thing needs to change. We need to clear this lot out. Start again.
You know what? You're right. We need to sweep a lot of them out and then start all over again, mate. Because they are bordering on. It's like a big infection. I don't like to say it, but it's like a big virus going through the whole fucking club, mate. Right.
Yeah. Gio, he's got a super chat here. He said, Terry, why are you in the dark? Only thoughts I see Arteta giving these bums contract extensions. Unfortunately, I'm doing it from my van tonight, so my light keeps going off. You know what I mean? I've got to keep putting 50p into the meter, unfortunately, Gio, but thanks for your thing. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, Terry, I think we better wrap this up because it's getting late.
It's getting late, yeah.
But it's not a good night, mate. I thought Tottenham, to be honest with you, I still think they're a poor side this season. Yep. They didn't really do that, but what they did, they done it well. And so, I mean, I had a row with Ty. I mean, that bloody Ty, he's something else, mate.
Oh no, what's he said now?
No, I mean, at the end, he was. I went mad. He's clapping them at the end. He's clapping them. Well done, boys. Unlucky, and then going on about the referee.
I thought you meant he was clapping Spurs.
No, it's when referees cost us the game, boys.
Oh my God! It's always the referee with time, man. Jesus.
Well, Dan,
Claude,
did you see that Ryan show? I was listening to that Ryan show the other night. They're all talking about conspiracies now. I never heard so much bullshit in my life. It was on there. He had
Ryan tagged me in it. Yeah, Ryan and Richard Butler, wasn't it? And
Richard Butler. I can't believe Richard is going on about conspiracy theories, man. The FA, everything is against us. That's why we're in the position we are. It's all down to the FA and the referees.
Cool. Let me ask you quickly about this. Because we've got Lee Chappie in the chat. How you doing, Lee? Hope you're well, mate.
What happened to them today?
Leicester. What happened, man?
He just said, we are the bottlers this season, lads. 14 points clear of fifth at one point, they was. 14 points clear. Now, look, you've got a manager there, a great manager. He's got a great team, great players. And look what's happened to them since we come back.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe their squad's not big enough. I don't know what's happened there, but I really don't know. They were, when I left the game there today, they were 1-0 up, in control, got home. And I'm hearing 4's gone past them. I can't believe it. But after watching the Chelsea game, nothing surprises me anymore in football, I tell you.
Yeah, 3-0, wasn't it? They did. Bloody hell. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Anyway, on this depressing night, well, it's Liverpool next, I suppose. Dust down again. Let's hope for a better performance on Wednesday and on next Saturday, of course. The big one next Saturday. That's our big game. That's our biggest game now, isn't it?
It's the only one I care about. It's the only one I care about now.
But
thanks for having us on, though, boys. I know it's a bit last minute, but cheers for letting us jump on.
No. Thanks.
Like I said, if he plays, if that in that team lineup against Man City next week on Saturday, honestly, if David Luiz is in that team, then it's not even worth doing a watch along. I'm telling you that now. Because after what he done against Man City the other day when he brought him on, and he puts him on again against that team who can't even run, there's no point even doing a watch along because really we get slaughtered. We get slaughtered.
We never know. Man City might do his mate a favour and Mikel, have it on me. He might just say, Mikel. he might because he might just say, I just want the Champions League.
I want the Champions League. Yeah, let's hope so.
He might rest all these players and put all the crap out. You know, well, mind you, having said all that, even their second team is better than ours, isn't it? Really,
it is. It is.
Yeah,
even though I'm not a big Jesus fan, I think I'm not a big fan of his. I'm not a big fan of his, but I do like. I mean, De Bruyne when he's on song is good, and they're all. David Silva, he's still got it, you know. That David Silva. I can't believe he's on his
quality.
I can't believe he's on his last year. I can't believe it. Anyway,
walk into our side, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and I think most of them would walk in. I think even that, what do you call it? Even that Foden, I think, would walk in.
He would easily. Yeah, all of them. Mahrez, they all would, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
crazy.
These are all second. Mahrez is second string.
Unbelievable.
We could have bought him and all.
I know he fancied coming to us, I think, but there we go.
Anyway, wrap it up. Terry, for me, please, mate.
Yeah, no problem. Just want to thank every one of you. I mean, we've got 208 watching. That's unbelievable. Really appreciate you. I know we wish it was under better circumstances and we won the North London derby. But like Dan says, I think there is some bright things to look at. If we could just, you know what I mean, we've got some good young players coming through. If we can get a few good players in, then I think, you know, hopefully we might be able to be a bit better next season. But no, I just want to thank everyone in the chat. Really appreciate it. Dan, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thanks for having us, boys.
We love having you on.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming on, Dan. Thank you very much for coming on and joining us tonight.
And Claude, don't be too upset, mate. This was a shit team we got anyway. Do you know what I mean? So let's fucking.
No, I've got used to it now, mate. I've got used to it.
Exactly.
I nearly threw a tie out the window today, but
listen, guys, if you can help us out by just hitting the like button and subscribe button on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, we would really much appreciate it. That's how we can get this show bigger and better and get it out there even more.
Dan, what's happening at Same Old Arsenal? Is it Back on tomorrow.
Back on tomorrow night, 7:30. Same old Arsenal. Yeah, love you to come and watch the show. You got me, lead judges, Harry Simu and Craig
He's
Scott on
another
at
one that got
7:30.
on my nerves today. Oh,
Who's
another
that?
one.
Harry
No,
or Craig?
judges today. Oh my
Oh,
God.
judges.
Oh.
Why? What's he saying? Or what's he not saying?
These defenders are not good enough.
Sounds like Lee, to be fair.
Thanks, Christian. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, Christian.
All right. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.
Cheers,
See you
guys.
later on, boy. Thanks.